TSF Entertainment.
Yo, 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 and welcome back to TSF Entertainment. This time we are back again, bringing you Power Book 2 Ghosts to Thine O Self, exclusive photos and predictions. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Episode 2 synopsis says Tariq and Braden struggle to adjust to life as normal, broke college students. Monet wants back into the game and answers about who took shots at her. Noma seeks out an opportunity to expand with the Russians. So here in this photo here, we have Tariq and Braden walking the Stansfield campus. Now, as the synopsis told us that they're trying to adjust to being out of the game, being broke college students. But I think here they're still going to try to hatch a plan somehow, some way to get back into the game, or somehow, some way where they can make more money. Even though they made a deal with Noma, I still think that they're going to try their best to get back in the game. We see here we have Tariq and Braden with some of the college students on campus here. And I'm pretty sure they're probably questioning them about Junior Valdez getting unalived in the parking garage. As we know from last episode, Tariq and Braden were both speaking to the police about it. So I'm sure they probably have a couple of questions as to what happened, what's going on, why they were there, etc. As well as there may be some rumors going around campus about what happened to Braden's brother and sister, and they're just inquiring as to what's going on. Here we have Detective Carter and Tariq, and we saw this in the preview for episode 2. So we know Detective Carter is going to do everything he possibly can to take down Tariq due to what Paz told Detective Carter about Tariq and the unaliving of her son. So he pays him a visit up at Stansfield and lets him know he knows everything about him and he's going to do any and everything to take him down. Now, what you do want to pay attention to is the shirt that Tariq has on that says Stansfield. Now, here I'm going to throw out that he is now working at the bookstore. As the synopsis says, he's a broke college student and he is now working at the bookstore to get some money. There is a trailer going around for season 4, and if you see in that trailer, Diana has on that exact same shirt while they're in the bookstore. So I believe now that Tariq is now working in the bookstore to make some money. And here we have Detective Carter again. I don't think this has anything to do with Noma's crew or even the Tejada's crew. I think this is just a random scene here of Detective Carter and him locking someone up. I think this is going to be more of an introduction to his character and how deep he's willing to go to make arrests. I also feel like in this scene here, we're going to get an introduction into his own task force that he has as he is investigating Tariq, Noma, and the Tejadas. Here we have Tariq, and excuse me if I mess up her name. I believe it is Bruchandria. We have them here back in class again in Stansfield, as we have seen since Tariq has been there. Now the question is, will Consummate Tate be on this episode? Will he be the one teaching the class? That has yet to be determined. But what we do know is that Diana is back in class, as well as, if you remember last season, she was in class with Tariq and all of them as well. So I'm sure here in this scene, we are going to see their new professor as well. Here in this random scene, we have Tariq and Braden. And there's not really too much to go off of here, as we see there in the daily, but I'm just pretty sure that they're hatching a plan somehow, some way, once again, to make money. Maybe this can be their new front where they will, of course, we know they're going to move product again at some point, where they're going to start moving product again. It also could be just from the look on Tariq's face. Maybe they're on a stakeout and they are possibly watching someone. Here we have Kane, Diana, and Monet. Now we all know Monet wants to know who it was who took a shot at her. So in this scene here, of course, I'm pretty sure she's asking Kane again, once again, who was it that shot at her? And Kane's letting her know, I got my ear to the street, but I haven't found out yet. However, he is still convinced that Tariq was the one that took the shot at Monet. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to try to convince Monet once again that it was Tariq that took a shot at her and he wants to take him out. As we know, Monet in the trailer for this episode, she ends up meeting up with Tariq. So I don't think that Monet is going to give him the go ahead to take Tariq out. And I'm pretty sure Diana is going to press and make it known that it was not Tariq who took a shot at Monet. So here we have Davis in this scene here, and I'm pretty sure this is in front of the Bar Association Committee as he's been trying to get back to practice law in New York. I'm not sure the new character to his left. At first, I thought it was Jenny Sue from Force, and I thought we were having a crossover, but I'm pretty sure that that's not Jenny Sue. But we do know this is Davis here. Like I said, at the Bar Association Committee, trying to get back in. If you saw the small clip of episode 2 that has just been put out recently between Davis and Detective Carter, you heard Detective Carter tell Davis he knows folks on the committee and is willing to help him if Davis helps him roll on Tariq. So I'm sure that scene will probably be right after this. Here we have Brushandria Braden, and we are being introduced to a new character whose name is Elle. She is the lead singer of the hip hop group at Stansfield. We see them here. They're at a party. Not sure the convo, but from the looks of it, it looks like Braden is trying to convince Elle to possibly do something. Here we have Noma Obi, and if you look closely over to your left, you will see that that is none other than Monet. This scene right here is the scene from the trailer where everyone is pointing guns at each other after Effie set up a meet with the Russians, which we saw in the description that Noma is trying to do a deal with the Russians. With the Russians. If you also remember in the trailer, Tariq meets with Monet in the car and she has that exact same coat on. So I'm thinking she shows up at the deal after Tariq gave her information and maybe possibly convinced her that Norma, sorry, Noma was the one responsible for the hit out on her. So she pulls up to the deal, maybe possibly to try to take Noma out or just stop the deal altogether to see exactly what the hell is going on. And we have Kane and Noma here. We already know, as we've seen the different scenes from the different trailers, they're going to get closer. Now, will they become love interests? I do believe that they will, but we do know that they're going to get closer. And I'm thinking here, this is where Kane is asking Noma again to get the green light, to take out Tariq. And I'm thinking she will give him the green light, but she possibly will want to wait to do it at a later date sometime as she's still trying to work out a deal with the Russians. She could also be sending him on something to maybe check out a backstory on the Russians or possibly even asking her some questions about Effie, especially since we know Effie gave Tariq a heads up and sent him the text that it was a bounty on his head and that Kane was on the way to unalive him and Braden. Here we have Monet, and we have another new character who name is Janet and will be played by Golden Brooks. Janet is Monet's cousin. I'm thinking she is the one who raised Zeke. As we know, Monet gave Zeke away while he was a baby. Now, it's unknown at the moment why Janet has popped up this season or why Janet has even come to New York to talk to Monet, etc. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Zeke as well as Monet being shot. Now, here in this scene right here, we get a flashback of Monet and a young child. Now, it's quite possible that this could be Kane, but from the looks of it, I'm thinking this is none other than Zeke, and she's having a flashback after seeing her cousin come to New York, and she's just having a flashback of her taking care of Zeke as he was a baby before she had to give him away. So that's it. Please drop your comments, your predictions down in the chat below, and just let us know, what do you think after seeing those pictures.